In the news this week, the government advises churches to close as part of the response to the coronavirus. Mothers express their disgust over Down syndrome t-shirts. And a Labour MP aims to give parents more say in how their children are treated by doctors. Hello. The government advised this week that churches should suspend all activities to help slow the spread of coronavirus. Health Secretary Matt Hancock said it was with the heaviest of heart that new advice on social distancing applied to churches. The Christian Institute's Kieran Kelly called on Christians to take opportunities to demonstrate love to others.
Churches around the country are temporarily closing as a result of this advice, so Christians may not be able to meet together, but we can pray, particularly for our Prime Minister and other leaders like the Chief Medical Officer, Chris Whitty. And as well as praying, we should be taking opportunities to show God's love to those around us. And this is a time of great uncertainty, so above all, we place our trust in God with the full assurance that He is sovereign over all things.
Mothers have expressed disgust after t-shirts with the slogan "Let's make Down syndrome extinct" appeared on Amazon. The items, which were available for sale by the online retailer, have now been removed. In Britain, around 92% of unborn babies diagnosed with Down syndrome are aborted. Mother Stacey Corrigan said she was disgusted and horrified that the t-shirts were being sold online. She said her son Daniel, who has Down syndrome, is just perfect and that she wouldn't change a thing about him. Another mother compared the message to modern eugenics. The parents of a 13-year-old girl expressed outrage after their daughter received school counselling, which they say led her to believe she was transgender. Ashley and Jed Barnett were not initially informed when their child began weekly meetings with the head of the school's LGBT group. Mrs. Barnett said the school referred to their daughter by a male name and encouraged her to use the boys' facilities without consulting them. Their daughter is now seeing a psychologist who said it is appalling that schools have unqualified people mentoring young students. And finally, a Labour MP has tabled a 10-minute rule bill to clarify the law surrounding situations where parents and doctors disagree on medical treatment for a child. Bambos Charalambos highlighted the cases of Tafida Rakib and Asha King, children who both had serious medical conditions. The new bill seeks to provide an opportunity for families to swiftly secure a second medical opinion, have full access to their child's medical data, and to be given access to legal aid so they are not forced to crowdfund to cover legal fees. Charalambos said, "It is my view, and the consensus view of medical ethicists, that if a treatment is not harmful, and reputable doctors are willing to provide it, that no one should be prevented from seeking this treatment." Before we leave, here is our Deputy Director Kieran Kelly once again with a word about the ongoing situation surrounding the coronavirus pandemic.
We're living in an extraordinary time. Our country, like others around the world, is grappling with ways to contain the outbreak of the coronavirus. Many people are fearful of the future, and with lives and livelihoods on the line, this is entirely understandable. So it's worthwhile reminding ourselves that God is sovereign, and He tells us not to be afraid. As Christian believers, we can take comfort from the untouchable hope that is ours in Christ Jesus, and we have the opportunity to point others to that hope that's found only in Him. People may argue on TV about how best to tackle this virus. What is encouraging, though, is the clear emphasis that has been placed on saving lives. As people who believe in the sanctity of life, who believe that we are all of value because we have all been made in the image of God, we can give thanks. It's important to pray, particularly for our leaders, including the Prime Minister and his advisors, for those in the health service and other key workers, and for one another, especially those most at risk. We also have a tremendous opportunity to show God's love to those around us. Whether taking extra care to wash our hands, refraining from panic buying, or even self-isolating, we show that we are preferring others to ourselves. Please remember us as we seek to keep our important work going on despite the inevitable practical difficulties. And let's all pray that our sovereign God will use these extraordinary times for His glory. Thank you.
Well, that's all for this week. For regular updates and information on all of our stories, plus much more, visit our website at christian.org.uk. Until next time, goodbye.